Hello everyone, can you hear us? I need the chat, I don't see this chat. Yeah.
Okay.
Chat.
Well, we can see the chat and recording. We don't have to
That's
switch.
true. Ah, there we go. Hi everyone.
Whoa. 24 people. Okay.
Okay, we're just starting now. We're trying out this experimental stuff that we've set up so you can see both screens. It's a bit laggy on XMMX screen, but I hope it will be fine for the recording.
Yeah, well, basically I'm streaming from my laptop, and the main PC is combining both streams to one.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. As you can see, his menu is a bit laggy, but I think you won't notice that much in game. Okay, so what do you have in mind for today? We wanted to do a little race. It's a bit unfair because Xmas has trained all week for this, so he has played it like over and over during this week.
But I would rather call it polishing. Well, I've been fine-tuning some game mechanics and stuff like that. It's not directly trading. But yeah.
Okay. Good. So here are the rules. What are we doing? Are we going for desert? Like last time we tried this, we were going for forest wave 100. It took us about 1 hour to reach it. Matt here said that he did wave 100 in forest like in 20 minutes now. So that would be a bit too fast. So we're thinking of going to desert wave 100 and seeing how long that takes us.
Yeah, and on our path there we're going to showcase some of the new, well, let's say new buildings or new mechanics that have been added in the meantime. For example, at the laboratory or something like that. Okay.
Game is a bit loud.
Well,
that's just other music.
Background music. We muted the game because, yeah.
So now we have game music.
That would be the game music, but it would be from.
I think we can turn the music a bit down. Okay, how's the sound now? Is it good? Better, okay. Perfect. Maybe we should move a little so you can see both of us.
Okay. Well then.
Okay. Then I think are we just going for it?
Well, I think there's no reason
are there any other rules, like, except that we want to go to Wave 100 Desert?
Well,
like, is there anything else that you had thought of?
I guess no cheating.
What do you mean by cheating?
I don't know. Editing certain variables during runtime or something like that.
No bug fixing during the race.
Okay. No exploiting.
No exploiting.
Any broken game mechanics or something like that.
I think if we find one, then okay. There shouldn't be any broken game mechanics right now. Should
actually not.
So I think we're fine. Another game is not out yet. We're going into closed alpha very soon, like in the next month. My tower 42, yeah. That's always the case actually.
Okay, then I'll guess.
Okay.
We start.
Count us down. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. If the music is too quiet or something, just let me know. I think right now, cause in game, I can turn it up again.
You can read the tutorial text in the previous video, in the previous live stream.
Oh yeah, we just skipped through all of that. You're ahead of me.
I guess you should turn down the sound effects.
Sure. Okay. So do you have any tactic so far?
Yes.
What are you going for?
What do you think?
Cheating, I guess.
I'm already building my workshop.
That's actually something I forgot to do. Because I can't remember how many points I need. It's 250 for the next
Yes,
one.
Prestige is going to work a little bit different in Perfect Tower 2. And it's not just reset mechanic, it will actually add certain features. Give me a second run. We actually thought of something like what did we call it? Hard mode or something like that?
Yes, like a hardcore mode, he said.
And as it looks now, something like modding should be possible. At least for the Steam version.
Let me just bring the chat up a bit. Can I make it bigger so I can actually read it? That's the question. Otherwise, you have to read out everything. Apparently I can't make the chat any bigger for me, so I have to read off the recording. Development in general is going very well, but for the closed alpha we're a bit behind schedule. Well,
nothing dramatic.
It's hard to concentrate on this and also like read what's going on in chat. Especially this early. Later on we'll just let it farm and have more time to read the chat, I guess. Okay, where's the donation button? You can just go to Patreon. That would be like the best way to donate at the moment, I guess. And you get something in return. For donating there. By the way, everyone that is a Patreon will get closed alpha access for sure. Okay.
Everyone or only the certain ranks?
No, for closed alpha we said everyone. Daily challenges would make the game fun. I think that might be something that we'll add at like a later point, maybe. Multi-shot.
We've planned a lot of things. The game is basically at 10% at what it's going to be. So there's still a lot of things to do.
You put multi-shot this early in the game. Like that is cheating. Now I know why you can do it in 20 minutes. In-game leaderboards, yes. We'll have leaderboards on our website and also in-game. Oh, did I upgrade attack speed? I'm not even paying attention, right? Yes, I think for the tax thing, I mean, we have to pay tax anyways because we're a company, so it doesn't really matter if Patreon takes it or if we'll have to do it afterwards. But I guess we'll also set up a PayPal donation button, so the people who just want to support us once, like give them one-time donation, will have the option. Yes, we plan that the Perfect Tower 2 is going on Steam. That's the plan. I think rare gems, or in this case exotic gems, will be more valuable than in the Perfect Tower 1. And also you'll need a lot more than just like 20 gems and you're done. I get this feeling that everybody is just going to try to be better than Moran when the game gets out. I mean, that's fair, I guess. Can you read this? Because I can't. Like this one.
Yes, there will be certain multiplayer aspects to the game, but not features that really directly influence you. Either something like, how would you phrase it?
What was the question?
If there's going to be something like multiplayer mechanics, something like guilds.
Oh, I don't think we can say too much about it right now. I mean, we've planned a few things, but they're also not 100% like planned out. So this will definitely be subject to change. Streamlabs donation button. Well, Streamlabs won't take any tax. At the end of the day, we still have to pay tax for it. Because like I said before, we're a company, and in Austria, we're getting tax for everything that we, every income. Yes, progress from the closed alpha will be reset. You can't take that out, like, carry that on. Oh, you got me there with your really long message. I had to pay attention to actually read it. Did we just unlock the same things? Is that the wave thing? The wave limit?
Certain modules unlock randomly and others at certain points. So once you reach a specific level, a specific wave or something. But that's just one way of unlocking modules.
We have way more modules in the game right now than we can unlock because we just set it that way so that for like this race, there's only a certain amount of modules that we can use for it. Make a non-company Twitch and let us donate there. we can't do that if you say it on stream though. Like, it doesn't work anymore. How many worlds will there be? If you're talking about regions, I think it's, what is it, 15?
15 different regions. Thanks for following.
Thank you for the follow.
Actually, there will be a new concept. It's not called wave compression. Well, I guess we can spoiler it anyway. It's called...
You can talk about it, yes.
It's called wave streaming. It works a bit differently, but it allows you to basically to... how should I say it?
I think you should explain in general what wave compression even was, what the problem behind it is, I guess, and what's the new system. So that people who haven't played Perfect Tower 1 will understand this.
Okay. That's going to be hard while focusing on playing the game. Okay, so, you know, wave compression from Perfect Tower 1 was the ability to compress multiple waves into a single one with stronger or bigger enemies. And there was an upper limit in the laboratory. I guess it was 11 or something like that, or 10. And it was usually a bad idea to use the maximum level, because if you wait for a boss wave and then skip every 10 waves, then you were a lot faster when instead of skipping in between during regular waves. And the new wave streaming system will... I don't know if that's too much of a spoiler, actually.
Why do you think it is?
Because I actually have to implement it, so I can tell more details about it, how it's going to work. It's basically going to be something like making the wave counter a bit independent from the enemies on the screen. But yeah, it's quite complicated to explain at the moment.
The music is a bit loud, I'll put it down a bit. Let me know if that's any better. I think you have to explain it now. Like, try hard to explain. What's your max wave anyways, by the way?
I don't know, I was just...
I'm also not paying attention to
I was
that.
not paying attention to it either.
I think it was something like 25. Don't worry, I'm here.
Actually, with the help page system, we could actually implement the guides into the game.
You'll do the explainer first? Well, I guess then we can actually put it in the game. Then we just have to translate it. Free modules. Do you have Nature's Touch yet?
Nope. Not yet, sadly.
A wiki page is so much effort though, because it's very hard to maintain it and to have an overview of everything, especially since a lot of things are going to change. So with our help system, do we actually have a way to access variables from the game through the help system?
Not yet.
So we actually would have to rewrite that if we change something. 3 new modules. Got some energy stuff that I actually don't need and don't want. So I'm gonna focus on getting that second tier of workshop. And I guess you just upgrading your modules.
The new game's actually faster, because you're running at constant 16 frames per second.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, that's because you turned off VSync. What do you call it in English? VSync?
It's on.
Oh, it is on.
Vertical synchronization.
Doing any special codes to stream? That's a good question. Not very well prepared for this. We had the idea to do this, but also just started setting it up a few hours ago. Getting the 2 screens to work was actually a lot more work than intended, and I thought it would be.
There might be one at the end. or afterwards?
No, the game is not live yet, but we'll go into closed alpha very soon, in a month. Okay, to make... It's going to attract people, don't overdo it, or people will start the game overpowered. Yeah, I think so too. The problem with the Perfect Tower 1 is that if we make a secret code and we give out like normal resources, they will always be way too high or way too low, depending on how much you played of the game. And giving away rare gems is a nice way of saying thank you, but if we always give away rare gems, then you just unlock everything at the get-go. So I don't think that's any good either. We need a lot more. I kinda want to throw money at the patron for that early access and that support.
Oh, I guess we should have set up another rule. Before
What?
reaching the first wave, before reaching wave 100 in forest, you have to customize your tower. Okay?
Sure, I guess. Before reaching wave 100 or
Before reaching
before
wave 100.
going to
Forest.
desert?
Before going to desert. Basically, once you reach wave 100 in forest, you have access to desert.
Do you have nature's touch now? I just saw it pop out on the stream. I figured. Cosmetics, the way to go. Maybe unlock cosmetics with the codes I mean. Yeah, for the Perfect Tower 2, I think we have it set up so that we can basically make a lot of things unlockable. It could even be that you can unlock like secret modules through secret codes. So for example, if you remember last stream, I think your screen is a bit...
Yeah,
It's fine now.
Console popped up.
If you remember last stream, we have this module called Daigo Parry, and I think that might be something that you can either unlock via like a secret in-game, like an Easter egg, or maybe through a secret code. So there's a lot more that we can do. We can do cosmetics, we can do modules, we can do things for the mini games in the buildings, or in general all kind of things. Yeah. Still 100 points away. That is a weird tower. Very weird tower. Can't you do some kind of scaling system for rewards if it gives a percentage of the... maybe. I think it's something that we haven't thought about before. Do you mean like something, for example, you get, let's say you get resources and they depend, how much you get depends on how far you're in the game? Do you mean something like that? Yeah, tower customization is a lot better, thanks to Matt.
And it's not even done yet. It's just 1/6 of all the features. You can only change the mesh at the moment, but later on you will be able to change the base mesh, so you can replace it with a editable sphere or whatever. And you will be able to add triggers. For example, whenever the tower attacks, you can do a certain type of animation.
Floating sphere. Theory, I mean...
Well, in Perfect Tower 2, your tower is collecting battle experience, and this makes it stronger.
I mean, if you want to break it down, it works the same way as in Perfect Tower 1. except that it's experience. New module. Nature attack, I don't want that. I want more brown cubes, please. Hi. I know about the lore of yours. Now you gotta think of something else for the Perfect Tower 2. I mean, it's a more advanced system. You come a long way. You've actually not built the Perfect Tower in the first game, so here's your chance to go at it again.
Well, now that the bodies of the cubes are used to construct your town, so they're just used for a different purpose. The lore is still the same.
I guess so. You can say you're trading them actually. So you're collecting the dead bodies, taking them back to the town, and trading them for like resources. Thinking about that, that's kind of cruel. I mean, this is a testing facility after all. And people, or like cubes die here and you take them away.
That's slavery, but with extra steps. Get more equal.
I mean, feel free to make up your own lore if there's anything you can think of. Fire burst, also don't want that. I think once my workshop is going to tier 2, I have to do my tower customization. When will the Perfect Tower 2 come out? Well, we had planned to go out this year, but I don't know how doable that actually is. Like, I think it will be more like the first quarter of next year for the final release. But starting from a month, we'll start with closed alpha. We'll do a lot of tests. Then we're going into open alpha. Then we're going to do a beta. And so you can help us all the way to improve the game. If you want to play and you want to give feedback, you can apply for the closed alpha right now. All you have to do is fill out a little survey and we'll contact you once it's ready to go. The alpha, as I said in the blog post, it will be as long as needed, but it will definitely be at least a month or two, if not even longer. The survey is, you can find it on our Discord, or you can go to Reddit, and there's a recent blog post from a week ago, I think, about the closed alpha. And there you'll find the link to the survey. I guess we need like a little chat bot on Twitch for those links, the social links. And as I saw earlier, we actually don't have a description on Twitch yet, so that's also something we need to do. Okay, I think if we go do this wave again to around wave 25, then we'll be ready to unlock the workshop. How's it going over there?
Well, kind of difficult to play without having 60 frames per second.
I mean, it doesn't look that bad.
but I noticed it's a lot slower.
Is it? You still have to stream in the background, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe pause the stream.
You should pause the stream.
No, I mean, don't you have the live stream open? Not your broadcast.
I think so.
Because Matt is playing on a notebook, so he can sit next to me, and I guess right now that is not really made for streaming it to my PC and also playing the game. By the way, how's your progress on the Unity skills? Did you finish a project yet, or are you still just trying out things? Oh, we can unlock the workshop. Oops. What are we doing here? I think I can't customize my tower. This is broken.
You have to click on
Yes, it's broken.
Yeah, that's because of the
resolution that I changed.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do this.
No, you can use this one to switch to.
Oh yeah, you're
That's
right.
how I changed my tower.
I don't know what this is going to be, but we'll see. Oh, the light behind us went out. Once again.
Dark mode. Not yet. Later on you will be able to change the base mesh of the tower. So it doesn't start out as a cube, but for example directly as a pyramid or a sphere or a torus or something like that. And adding nodes to random points might be possible in a post 1.0 version, but not in final game because the math behind it is quite complex.
Look at that hashtag broken tower. Okay, you know what? I'll be right back. I'm just turning on the light again.
Okay. There is again.
Hey! Well, that would be cheating though. I know he could finish it if he's cheating.
4 new modules. Of course, energy,
Oh god, how far did you go already?
I don't know. I can look it up. Oh, phew. I just made a mistake.
Oh, you already answered that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Don't forget you have to build a factory and a laboratory.
I know.
That's what we talked about.
Yeah, that's the problem. Just forgot about that. That's when we made a mistake.
You shouldn't do it too late because we're not playing that long today. 1 new module. And now we can take more with us. Not that it really matters right now. You also made bounce available already? just need to spend some points. Okay.
You should take some of the burst modules with you.
I do.
Oh, yeah, because they already have a visual effect.
Maybe we can see it now. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See the little pew 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 bursts.
That's also, well, huge difference to Perfect Tower 1. Most of the modules who have affected triggers with a certain chance is now somehow visible. Not somehow, but in a certain way visible. But you can turn it off if it lags too much in the browser.
They love the survey questions, by the way.
Oh yes, on PCs it's a lot faster.
I mean, it was never Flash, it was always WebGL, and the browser version is still going to be WebGL. That's actually something that we think about a lot, that this might, some things might affect the performance too much, so we're trying to not impact that too much. It's really hard to focus on the game and also on chat, I have to say. This boss is going to kill us for sure, yeah. You're able with 30, I'm like 20. But now it's time to upgrade the modules, so.
Closer to wave 40.
Not even at wave 30 yet. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are still around from Perfect Tower 1, like from the beginning actually, that have been with us now for, what, 3 years? It's a long time. It's a very long time actually, thinking about it. If you constructing the factory, you know what you have to do. You have to talk about it.
Yeah. I'll talk about it once its construction is completed.
Do I remember you? Of course I do. Apart from you being actually in every stream of ours, which is 2. 2 streams, a record, I guess. I know how loyal you are. A lot of you have been here from the beginning. Does the game still sound a bit too loud? Is it the effects or is it the music in general? Tell me and I can turn it down. I can turn both down if you want. Okay, with 23. Actually don't know what my record is.
Regarding the performance of the game, you will have a lot more options to scale down the graphics. For example, I can turn the game to potato mode. Then actually any PC should be able to run it. So there will be a lot more customization options.
One module remaining to unlock. Okay, wait, hold on. let's kill a few things and then I'll turn on the music.
It should run on a trash laptop, but yeah, the fan is going to be a bit loud. So it sounds like an airplane starting. You can
maybe
try to get closer to the microphone.
Actually, you can move the microphone.
Okay.
Okay. Well, if you're part of the closed alpha, you should make sure to tell us every bug and every glitch that there is, so we can improve the game. So in the end, everybody will have a polished game that they can enjoy. I think we have to make t-shirts with little cubes on them and some plushies. Sell the Perfect Tower merchandise.
21st century, year of the cube. 50% of all games contain cubes at a certain point. Wave 40.
Oh no, I'm not even wave 30 yet.
But just the factory ready. Yes it is. So let's play some Minecraft.
I think you're far ahead.
Guess we'll need some.
I'm always going to the construction firm instead of.
Because I need to buy a hammer first. Just cruise to the, let's say 14. It's drastically scaled down, so it's not unfair during the race. So you will see the resource production is a lot less than it's going to be in the final game. Just that I'm not cheating.
Well, you are, but anyways.
Yeah. So basically, the factory is well, how should I phrase it? A mix between item management and crafting game. You have machines, recipes, a production grid, a crafting grid, and an inventory. You can purchase items. Later on, there will be a way to create some of these items from resource mines. From the resources of the mine. And then you have to combine them, and some of them you will have to put into some of the machines. And then just place them in the crafting grid wherever you like. You can even stack them, and they'll start producing resources. So you can customize the factory however you like.
Yes, you craft stuff with dead bodies. I think something that we have to say is you don't have to use the different buildings. It's like optional, so if there's a mini game that you absolutely hate, you don't have to play it.
Yeah.
The only thing that's required would be the workshop, the construction firm, and I would say the laboratory, because you unlock a lot of modules there.
Yep. And of course one of the final buildings.
Oh yeah, the building that we're still not allowed to talk about.
And what was I about to say?
How about the mission mode? It was a disaster in the Perfect Tower 1. No, I'm going to die.
Actually, the challenge mode in Perfect Tower 2 is a variation of the mission mode. It's basically you get a certain handicap or something like that and have to try to reach wave 100 again. For example, fire elements are now immune to any other element and deal, I don't know, 10 times as much damage as before or something like that. But the challenges itself will depend on the region. So basically, same game, new rules, and if you manage to beat them, you unlock something. So no procedural generated random missions. Yes, the rewards are not going to be just resources, but sometimes new modules, new features for the town, or other bonuses. Actually,
do you want to talk about it, or do you want to wait until we?
I guess we should regarding the running waves in the background. Let's just wait for a bit. I guess the question will answer itself sooner or later.
During the stream.
During the stream.
I mean, phones are very strong these days. They're like a small PC, so.
Yep.
I think I went too much in the wrong direction. Now it's gonna take me forever to catch up. But we'll see. Also didn't pay any attention, so I don't know what I actually have to upgrade right now.
Regarding the question, you can already sign up for the closed alpha.
Yes, you'll... Actually, let me just find the link and post it in chat.
Just to give me even more of an advantage. So. Oops.
I should respawn. Wait. We need regeneration, can't leave that behind. Okay.
Okay.
Now I can go back to finding that link.
If everything goes as according to my plan, I should be able to collect 8,000 resources now. Every single one.
That's the link to the survey. Huh, if I can catch up, I don't know. I think in terms of HP, we're not far, like, that far off.
It's not about hit points. Why are you upgrading Nature's Touch?
Because I'm not looking, and then I upgrade different things.
No, also, but you already upgraded 10 times in Workshop.
Yes, because I wasn't looking, I was just putting it something in everything. That's the problem, I'm paying more attention to the chat than to the game. And that's why I keep forgetting how far I get.
How many people apply for?
I think it's about 20 right now?
60.
60 already? Oh yeah, we were at 40 and...
Yeah.
Wait, I can actually...
It's around 60.
I can check. It's 62 people who applied by now. Blue, you haven't applied yet? I mean, now that we know...
Well, we've actually planned to let around 50 people play the closed alpha. But 50 people including not including all the patrons. To patrons do not count to these 50 people?
I think we'll do it a bit in waves. So we'll give access to like 10 people just to see if everything is running, if it's even playable. And then the next day we'll add more people, and then maybe after a week add even more people. And so that everybody gets in after a while. But if we have everybody play, like 50 people, 60 people, having access at the same day, and then there's something that breaks or that doesn't work, and everybody's reporting it, it will be like too much to handle in terms of actually going through all the messages. So we want to start slow, make sure that the basics work, and then add more people to find like bugs, to find what's off with the game, what could be better, and so on and so on. With 40, I think I'm still not past 30. But I don't actually know.
Tower's not standing with both feet on the ground.
No, it's
not a good.
Somebody wanted me to make. Somebody wanted to make a flying sphere, and so I decided I'll go for a broken flying tower.
You should make one of the ends touch the ground.
Oh, that's just weird. That's just weird. It was you? Well, here you have your. Well,
cube.
not really a sphere, but you know.
8,000. What did I just say?
I hope it's good enough for you, and you will forgive me for not making a sphere. It's glorious. Well, right now the flying sphere is losing, but somebody
So
has been training all week, so.
Training. Well, blue spike is a lot sharper. Floating rock.
The flying cube looks cooler, so it's really winning. You should listen to chat.
Hey, crazy load. No,
Yeah, no hi to me, well. Better use a different name on the survey. No, just kidding. Okay.
Well, once all the, let's say, speed up features are in the game, you won't need anything beyond ×2. Yes?
What's your question? Are there any blueprint tiers?
Not in the same way as in Perfect Tower 1.
I think we should show it the next time we're in workshop.
Yep.
Please no, too much grind.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go faster, faster.
Okay, I guess. Yeah. It's to be a Steam release.
When have you projected to release beta or full game? Will it be a Steam release? Well, once the game comes out, which is either the end of the year or beginning next year, it will release on Steam, but first we'll release it on web and mobile, and then it will come to PC. And PC being like all the platforms like Steam. Okay, wait, hold on, what's going on? I definitely need more attack damage because they're not dying that fast. I should change it all into tiny end. Okay.
Oh, just noticed.
No, we're playing in Unity directly. So in case any errors pop up, we can actually take note of them. Since I'm always just reading chat, maybe chat can tell me what to upgrade? Because I think you're looking more at the game than I do at the moment.
The game when it's first released?
It will first release on web, but almost at the same time it will go on mobile. And then we polish that a bit further, and once it's polished, we'll go on PC, like Steam, and so on. Will it be 4K? Might actually be for 4K resolution.
Yeah, should be possible.
So,
well, the laptop is 4K,
so it runs in our laptop, that's what I was going
Yeah.
to say.
So the laptop I'm playing on has a 4K resolution, and seems like the game works fine.
We need attack, I said, right? Okay. Will it be for all in nature? Do you want me to lose? Is that what you want? Because nature's touch is nice to have for the lifesteal, but that's about it. Upgrade damage. Okay, yes, that's what I thought as well. Get bouncing. Nice to meet you. Upgrade more damage. Multi-shot is good. I mean, what? Thank you for the follower, Fanter.
Fancy. Thank you for following.
Okay, what's your max wave by now? Are you at 50 or what?
Maybe. Actually, should be ready to reach wave 100 now.
Wow. I can tell that you've been training for this.
Nope.
How about a beer upgrade? Increase damage and HP, but the tower now occasionally misses. I guess that could be something, actually.
Drunken Brawler. Like the ability in Warcraft. But, yeah, well, actually it just gives you evasion and critical strike in one skill. It's slightly different.
Need to keep hydrated.
Hey, thanks for following, Crazy Low.
Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Trade apples in. Are there any tower animations?
Well, basically, not yet. Not yet.
Not really, right? It's just animations for skills and modules in general, I guess.
I guess he's talking about the animations, like in the tower customizations.
Oh, for it.
tower.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. Actually, there will be more customization features because you will be able to add certain animation triggers, not just things that animate over time, but something like, for example, that scales bigger whenever the tower attacks. So you can make a sphere or something like that that starts rotating every time the tower attacks.
Dexical, thank you for the follow. What version of the projector will we be playing for Alpha? You'll be playing what we're playing right now, but it's going to be more polished.
Yeah, with more content. We're still working on it. Yeah.
That too. Okay, getting to wave 40 now.
Yes, there will be more than just pulsate or clockwise rotating or something like that. Also things like that accumulate over time, for example, add a certain amount of rotation every time the tower attacks. So if it attacks faster, it starts rotating faster.
What devices? Only web. For the closed alpha, only web. Nothing else. Did you even build the laboratory yet?
Not yet.
You have to do it before you reach with 100.
Why do I have to?
Web. Upgrade electric aura and 45. Works with the Perfecto 1. Can I still catch up? That's the question. I don't get that. What? Results that the animation system is quite limited. Oh, that there are not enough animations, I see. But I mean, you said that there will be more, so... Moonwalking cubes, that would... maybe. As an Easter egg.
If you Christ, then... Okay, tell me where's the front of a cube?
Well, they'll
The front side,
spawn...
what's the back side?
They'll spawn in you and go backwards.
Yes and no. Well, enemies will have abilities on higher difficulties, but I think they will be slightly different from Perfect Tower 1. And there will, of course, be skills to counter them.
Okay, people, what do we upgrade next? Have a good lunch time. Thank you, you too. Creepers don't explode, they're friendly creatures of Minecraft. Attack speed? I don't think it's worth it though. But if you say we should go for it, we'll do. There's actually already a skill that gives you more resources, but I don't think you can unlock it, right?
No, it's not unlockable yet, but it exists. Yeah, we can showcase some skills A later on.
No, they don't use guerrilla warfare. I mean, we already established that you basically kill them, take their body, bring it back to the town. Either use it in your factory, trade it for the resources. Coming to think about this, what rating will we get for the game?
18 plus.
18 plus. Actually, then we can add a little splatter effects.
Nudity.
When cubes die, everything will be full of blood, and the blood doesn't go away. So
Intestines.
over time, this map will look so brutal, and once the run finishes, that doesn't go away. A cube gore. The game needs gorillas. Wave 62. Actually, we've gotten a lot further in the game than before. How close were you to wave 100? What's your current maximum?
I don't know.
Can you check the next time before you start?
Yeah. Can do it.
65. That's where we are at.
65 is your limit?
Yes.
Okay.
Doing a bit of attack speed for you because you said go for attack speed. Does the game have... That's the question for you to answer.
Again? I guess we should make an FHQ. There will be a different system to speed up the waves, basically. So you won't need to just continuously increase the game speed itself. Also, there will be a different way to earn resources while you're idling or while you're doing something else. But we'll come to that later. That's something we'll show on the live stream.
Can someone in chat actually take some notes of the frequently asked questions so we can add them to the Discord channel after the stream? Or I guess we could just look through the recording and we have the chat now in there as well. So.
Yep. Thanks.
Oh, thank you. I can't read the name because it's dark blue on a dark background. So you're at 82, you're almost at 100, right?
Can I save my save on the phone and keep playing on the PC?
Yes.
Yes, it will be possible. It will be possible to move the saves between phone, PC, and web. But the PC version will have
more content, more features.
More content that will not be available in the web version. But there will be a way to exchange the saves.
Well, there's cloud save basically. You can save to your cloud and you can access the cloud not only on Congregate but also on all the other platforms.
It's the major thing you're trying to change gameplay wise compared to... well, basically to add a lot more ways to play through the game. So that you... Actually, just expanding the first version of the game a lot more.
Also make defensive skills viable.
Yeah.
And we also have skills that we're not using right now because at this point of the game it's kinda useless right now.
Wave 95, 96.
You know, as soon as you hit wave 100 you have to build the lab.
Yeah.
Like 3 hours to get wave 100 on forest and now it's taking like... 3 hours? It took us 8 hours. Last stream it took us 8 hours to go there.
And...
Last wave for you?
Last wave. Boss is down and... did it.
Ta-da!
Wave 100, so on to the desert. Now I have to build.
No, you have to build the
Yeah, I know.
before you go to desert.
Like 80. 80. So laboratory is being constructed. Is there something else I want to build? Like strict the construction from later on.
Okay, when it gets in your hands, you'll beat it in 10 minutes. You can take a video once you have the closed alpha and just show us how you beat it in 10 minutes. Prove. Because if you
4 seconds.
if you talk that talk, you should walk that walk. Yes, that's a stream that went to like crazy time. And if you haven't seen that stream, you can go to YouTube and rewatch it. All 8 hours. So if you know, you're sitting at home, you don't know what to do, just watch us play Forest for 8 hours.
Actually,
Okay.
do something different first.
You'll actually do the laboratory.
It's constructing.
You can't idle without talking about it. That's cheating again.
I have to play through 100 waves first. Then I can talk about idling.
So there will be web more as free as... Yes, that's correct. Web and mobile will be free. And Steam will be a paid.
Yep, but
Paid
with
version.
additional content.
You didn't watch the whole 8 hours, you were there for it. You cheered us on, you were there. We remember.
Basically, additional content in terms of actually, once the game is completed, we have to strip it down for the web version because it's going to be far too big. And the PC version will contain all of these features, but no DLCs. So that's definitely not the game for DLCs. Actually, it's more likely that there is going to be some kind of modding support than DLCs.
I mean, we'll update this game for a long time, at least that's planned.
Yep, that's why it actually
So-
takes so long to develop, because most of the game is so well, how to say it, modular, basically. Like the modules that you can add, for example, you can easily add new town buildings, you can add a new town, you can add, yeah, a lot of things like that.
I guess we need to make it so that you can make a mod and actually use in-app purchases in that mod. Modded in-app purchases. No,
Fail in the game.
wouldn't work, but it would be an interesting concept. Let the community come up with in-app purchases. There will be a very voxel cube face.
To win the game.
Okay. I'm still far away from wave 100, I have to say.
What's your record?
No idea, I think still something like 60? Or maybe 70 even?
Research tips, you can test things. Yes, sandbox mode is planned. Currently it's called custom mode, but it's not implemented yet. See, now you have to answer that.
How's my tower floating? Well, I customized it. Tower customization. We wanted a floating sphere, I mean a floating cube, so close enough. Since Matt here is in the lead, maybe you can show off the tower customization again once you're done with the round.
Well, we asked that some time ago in the Discord channel if you wanted the tower customization to be as realistic as possible or to be as customizable as possible. Yeah, and customization. Yeah, I mean, definitely one.
Let's be honest. This is not a floating cube. He actually has stealth armor, but the stealth armor is kind of broken, so it only covers. Well, it stealths part of the tower. Yeah, you know, we're still
hovering.
working.
It's perfectly hovering, completely still. It's quantum locked, basically. That's a special module.
But it can still shoot. Well, it's quantum locked.
I don't know.
Only there was a ×4 button. Melee cubes can still hit it. I mean, they just stack on each other and attack anyways. Plus assassins jump at you, so doesn't really help.
Yep, that's something that still has to stay the same. The tower collision always remains the same no matter how you change the model.
I mean, if you're getting bored of the in-game music, we can also turn up some other music. But I think it will change soon when we get to desert. Even though
I'm already at desert.
For me, it might take
farming resources.
Double speed music.
Speed up the music.
Yeah.
With the game speed.
Dun, 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 dun. Gotta go faster. I'm running. Okay.
Basically some background music like what's the game called? Beats and Shapes? Shapes and Beats? Something like that.
Something like that. Isn't it beat and shapes and beats? Beats and shapes? I don't know.
Just shapes and beats. Yeah. Shapes of beats.
Shapes of beats.
Yes, you can actually see that in later regions, that the maps are a bit more complex.
Yes, they're not always following the same part. They're taking like different routes based on, yeah, basically what's the fastest way. But the enemy behavior will change in future. Right now it's very basic, but that's something that's going to change later on. For right now it works, it's fine, but it will get more complex if you want to say it like that.
Well, the pathfinding algorithm is actually different than Perfect Tower 1. This time it uses Unity's navigation mesh, which basically pre-calculates all the obstacles on a map. So now I can produce resources and talk at the same time. So I'll start
Oh, I
idling.
died at 81.
What was I talking about? The pathfinding. It basically uses Unity's nav mesh, navigation mesh, which pre-calculates all possible paths, or basically all edges, and whenever a unit moves on the navigation mesh, it calculates the shortest distance based on the pre-calculated mesh.
Yes, Unity has that. Okay. Now this time we need to get to wave 100.
Yep. The idle mode works like this. You basically measure your tower during 100 waves, and then you can continue producing resources without looking at your tower.
Doesn't that count as cheating though? I mean, didn't we say at the beginning no cheating?
That's not cheating, it's a feature.
It's not cheating, it's a
later
feature.
on you will be able to upgrade this feature in the headquarters, for example, to allow you to move around in town, or for example to factor in the increase of resources over time. Actually, I'm getting some more water.
Okay.
While the game produces resources.
And then you have to answer a few more questions. We made cheating a reality, yeah. I guess. It's part of the game. I like those quotes. There's some nice quotes that we can use, like to promote the game. We made cheating a feature.
I saw this pony. As I've told you before, there will be certain features how you can speed up playing the game. So basically idle mode tests how fast you can complete 100 waves, and based on that it calculates your resources per second, and later on it even factors in how much the resources per second increase over time. But of course with an upper limit, because you still have to play active at a certain point. But actually this feature is very neat because it requires almost no processing power, so you can just let it run in the background and it feels like you're playing the game. So 10,000 resources. Continuing.
I see you mapped this out before we actually started.
What?
Like how much resources you need every time. I'm just focusing on chats. Oh yeah, oh god, you reminded me, I didn't buy any skills. I didn't spend any town levels.
Actually, let's upgrade. Oh no, not. I need to upgrade the factory to build machines.
And I
Yeah,
didn't see you play any lab games yet. You actually never opened the lab before.
Where is it?
It's right here.
No, I mean lab games. Oh, did you just say it to me or did someone write?
Yeah, I said it to you.
Oh, okay.
You
Basically,
never
the
showed
laboratory works a bit different than in Perfect Tower 1. You don't just upgrade certain things and unlock abilities. Basically, you have 12 different, let's say, idle games in there, each working completely different. And there are certain goals in each game. And you have, once you reach them, you unlock new modules. So, for testing purposes, it's not completely done yet. It will unfold over time once the laboratory is done. It's not completed yet. So, for example, in the fire game, it works a bit like derivative clicker, if you know the game. You have things that produce temperature. You have insulators, which prevent the loss of temperature. And you have tickers, which increase the tick rate. And the goal in the fire experiment is to create the highest temperature that's possible. So, well, the laboratory is at the moment quite expensive since it's not balanced yet. But basically, the more you upgrade this, the more you unlock, the more games you unlock, and the more features inside the games you unlock. But the point of reaching higher temperature is as you can see here, there's a list of goals you have to reach, which with each unlocking a new module. And once you've unlocked all the modules, in the end there will be some kind of endless upgrade which continuously increases, for example, your fire damage. So basically once you reach that goal, your fire damage increases by 1%. Once you reach the next goal, your fire resistance increases permanently by 1%, and so on. So you can play each game for an infinite amount of time.
So the laboratory is literally like a lab.
Yeah, and I'll try to upgrade it again. I guess it's going to take some time, because each level unlocks one or more of these games. And as you can see, each element is represented by a game, and there will be 2 additional games with kind of let's say kind of an abstract logic. Some of these minigames are not directly incremental games, but are, for example, logic based. So if you know what you're doing, you can actually progress faster.
Wave compression?
Let's
Question
generate
mark.
more resources. Do the minigames have a moral ending? It's hard to say. They have a moral ending. He's flexing because he knows more.
Well, he has been practicing all week changing what modules you can unlock. He didn't tell me that you can unlock a multi-shot. He told me that today, so he just already knows what he has to do to get there as fast as possible.
Yes, there will be ultimate modules, and yes, there will be even more categories than just offensive, defensive, ultimate, utility. Actually, the way it's implemented right now, if there ever will be modding support, someone could easily add a new category of modules. So for example, you could group new modules in a different category.
Will the module be modifiable? Because right now it's a bit scrolly.
Yes, definitely.
You could also just fold in the categories that you don't want to upgrade right now.
Yeah, but there will be different ways to display it. Because I agree that that's actually... The module UI looks this way because in Perfect Tower 1 there was the problem that all of the modules obstructed the whole screen, and a lot of people were complaining about that in the beginning. And yeah, this is basically the improved version of that. But it's just good for a mobile screen and not that good for a PC version. So maybe there will be some kind of a grid view or a more expandable scroller. Limit of upgrades. The limit works differently now for the upgrades. Basically you have certain tiers of upgrades.
You can show it. That's
yeah,
what
but I need to produce more resources.
Yeah, first go to the workshop. You wanted to show that before.
Oh, okay.
The upgrade system. Because somebody asked about blueprint tiering and...
Okay, let's convert a lot of them. Let's just add all of them.
I mean, it says tier right there, so...
Yeah, so basically each separate module now has its own tier, and once you reach a new tier of a module, there will be a new range of damage. So there will be quite a setback, so you start at a much lower value than before, but the new upper limit is increased. And some modules will have a fixed tier limit, for example, everything that's chance-based. So that you, for example, abilities like Bash or other things that stun don't reach 100% at one point. How many modules are there now from last stream? Actually, all of them are there, but not all of them are unlockable. As you can see, there's already a lot of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 times 3, 30, 34, 42, 43, 44, 45, 7, 52. Actually, there's 52 modules at the moment. But yeah, a lot of them are not unlockable because they're either not balanced or not fully tested or not... Yeah. For example, there's a thing like Frost Aura, which slows the movement speed of nearby enemies. And that was actually just added to test the new buff system.
Also, some modules just got lost today because I had to overwrite them.
But that's not my fault.
Well, it's easy to make them again because I didn't really make any visuals for them anyway, so it's 3 AM.
Oh.
Where are you from?
Oops, I just forgot to upgrade health. Should put more into health.
Nah, who needs health? You should go to desert. Show off desert.
Yeah, can't. Takes 2 seconds and I'm dead. Need to generate more resources first. Actually, there's a different way to generate even more resources.
Hong Kong. Oh wow.
3p.
You know a game is good when Asians play it. I guess we could call it level Asian then.
It's the final difficulty level Asian.
Shh. Don't spoil it. New York. Well, let's make this global. Where are you all from? Just write in chat.
It's global.
I mean, Texas, UK, Norway, New York. What's MD?
Behind you.
Maryland. Denmark. There's somewhere behind us? I don't see you. Do you
Maybe
see
it's the
someone?
whiteboard.
No, I don't see anyone behind us. I think they're lying. I know what Maryland is. I just didn't know the short name of it.
Well, then we would still see his head if using the stealth module from the tower.
That's true. It only hides the lower body.
But actually, well, the tower is 4.5 meters. The height of the tower is 4.5 meters in Perfect Tower 2. So actually it should cover a person without a problem.
Where you live? Wasn't
Yes,
it?
that's definitely vodka.
Didn't you live in the UK? I'm not sure. I apologize, I'm sorry.
Vodka. Just camouflage vodka.
Are you gonna add battle music? What do you mean by battle music? Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
well, basically it depends on the region. There are certain tracks at the moment that sound a lot like battle music, and there are certain scenarios where there is
I think
battle music on purpose.
I think in the last stream at the end we showed off the Vulcan like area region, and it's a lot more like battle music. I think we showed it last stream, if I remember correctly.
Are you still not at wave 100?
This is idle mode.
Oh.
Were you idling again?
I'm not idling. I'm actually trying to get... I'm maximizing all the modules at the moment. There's a way to do that.
You have to do it in order to get to defeat Desert.
Nope, Desert is already balanced. I just neglected hit point.
Cheats.
Actually, at the moment it's possible to even get through a winter region.
Are you sure?
Yep. Tested it at home.
Doesn't sound likely. It doesn't sound likely at all. Is there a way to beat the forest region on medium difficulty?
Yes.
That's the question.
Yes, there is. Actually, if you open up the console, you see the hit points of all enemies.
What does it say? Gears for reason, I mean, its quotes in the first game are sick. Could you quickly along with the... Yes, that is a code.
Well, actually, it's my third or fourth time passing wave 100.
Well, we're racing for wave 100 in Desert, so that's the next region, actually. It's more than 9 people following the live stream, but because I set a new target, it kinda forgets how many people have followed already.
As you can see, you don't even see a level limit more on my screen because I'm playing Endless right now. Endless is being unlocked after you have completed wave 100.
There is no translation key for production idle.
Hmm?
It just says production.idle.
Huh.
There's no translation key for that.
It's gonna be my screensaver.
Luand, wait. You weren't following us? I'm a bit upset now. That is not acceptable. Not at all.
Regarding the question about the projectile color, actually, yes, that was planned at the beginning, but it looked quite weird, so that's why we're aiming for making it customizable in the tower customization. So you can change the projectile however you like.
Now it's finally time to actually unlock all the skills. Should have done it at the beginning. I keep forgetting this. Oh shit, wait. Should we... Slavi, thanks for the follow.
Thanks for the follow, Slavi.
What should we go for? I mean, we could just show that Region Desert is kinda, yeah, very hard at the beginning. And I'll die on wave 1, for sure.
Because it didn't focus on HP. See, I'm already at wave 104.
Wrong region.
Third one.
I mean, technically it would be. If you count the test streams.
Test streams?
Yeah.
There were test streams?
Yeah, where I was designing the headquarter.
We'll just add inverse secret codes. Once you use them, your resources will be drained from you and put to other people's accounts.
I think he's gone? Oh no, he's still here.
Well, not here, but on Discord.
Wait. Sorry?
On Discord, there are a few people who name themselves.
Okay, hold on. From start to end, yeah, because otherwise you end up with an 8-hour long video on demand that you have to rewatch.
Dancing Flies is cancelled. Wave 132 is still going.
Quality level up. Okay.
Let's say the new wave limit is a lot higher than the one in the previous game. But we'll talk about that in a later stream once the headquarters is implemented, so you can see what ways or features are going to be there to speed up the advancing process. Because currently there's no real way to speed up the game, apart from increasing your difficulty.
Yeah, but didn't you talk about it on Discord and you said something about the sun?
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, well, if you would advance the total wave limit of the previous game per second in Perfect Tower 2, it still would take you longer than the lifetime of our sun. So it's still lower than the heat death of the universe, but a lot higher than the lifetime of our sun.
Bypassing the anti-pause? I have no idea what you're talking about right now. What did I miss? Well, bypassing the anti-pause. Can you rephrase that? Because I have no idea what you actually mean by that.
I quit that around this point.
Cheats.
It's a bit expensive. Do it differently now. Think differently.
You still have to show off that laboratory.
Already showed.
What actually upgraded?
Not yet. Let's upgrade it first. Laboratory top. Well, that should be enough to get through the first few ways, I guess. Yeah, should be enough.
I think he means resume, just in more complicated words. You can know when to use it. Is it like a factory in steroids? Do you mean if you can pause the game, go to town and then come back, or
Okay, I need to.
or what? How many times do I need to TR up attack speed so it becomes viable? Auto
Until the
pause.
primary level.
That makes way more sense than anti-pause. I'm so confused by that. I did like the translation to resume though.
Different approach now.
You know that Desert Wave 100 is still gonna take a few hours? Like it told you so? That actually might make sense now, the factory. Since this is gonna go on for, wait, we've been streaming for like 2 hours, so 6 more hours. 6 more hours to go of the stream.
Nah, we can do this in half an hour.
You can't just
Where's my
you can't just
calculator?
idle. There's nothing, just nothing to show off.
There will be. Actually waiting until the constructor firm is ready. Or, wait a second, am I actually waiting for something?
No, you're not constructing
It's
anything.
not constructing anything. How much do I need?
Jesus cube on top.
49,000.
I think you have to explain the factory again.
Okay. Well, I gather some more resources and then I can explain the process.
Okay. What do you mean if Cubus is bigger? I mean, you defeated Cubus, he doesn't exist anymore.
That's true.
No more Cubus. Well, this is actually wave 113 of Forest, not just 100.
Okay, to get back to the factory again. Well, yes, the factory is quite different compared to Perfect Tower 1. you now have multiple things. First there are machines, then there's a crafting grid, an inventory, recipes, a production grid, and an item shop. And later on there will be a feature which allows you to produce certain items with resources from the mine. And yeah, basically you have to produce some kind of production plates, which you can put into your production grid. You can even stack them, and they start producing resources, and you can place them however you like, but it's recommended to stack the same ones. And there will be also multiple tiers of production plates. So, for example, if I want to build a new plate, since I have a hammer, I can save a few resources by purchasing ingots instead of plates. I can use a hammer, so I can turn them into plates. And our production increases, and there's no actually upper limit now to the factory, so you can upgrade it indefinitely. Yes, you can even search for items in there, since there are going to be a lot more recipes in the final version. Actually, I have to gather a few more resources to show off even more of the factory.
No, you need to collect like little hints on our website and on Discord, and you'll get certain numbers, and you know, you have to put the numbers together, and then eventually you'll get a secret code, and then you unlock new stuff in the game. So it's a very complicated and long process. No, just kidding. We'll stream every day for 2 months, and you'll get one number every day, and after the 2 months you have like 4 secret codes, but you don't know which number goes with what number. And,
yeah, just like,
you know,
Cicada 3310, just to get one secret code. To unlock the basic round game, so you can even start playing. Okay. How much do you need again? Upgrade the factory. Oh, can already upgrade the factory. Ah. Shoot.
There's a question for X. X. Cheats. Open the secret cheating console. Okay, you can read now.
Output, got booster models for the factory, like if you place a white, generate the next simple system which will be subject. I'm not quite sure about that yet. That depends on the meaning of the game of the factory, since of the power plant. Since BD said he has already an idea for that.
Sorry, what's the question?
The question is if there are going to be booster tiles in the factory, but actually I wanted to make the factory layout independent, so the factory is all about producing without just... The only difficulty will be to choose what you want to produce and how you're going to sort around the modules. I guess regarding boosting, the power plant will be a better building.
Yes.
So if you've played Reactor Idle, I think that's what Speedy has in mind. For the power plant.
Something like that for the minigame, but basically with the power plant you will be able to boost other buildings to unlock new features in the building, or to improve certain abilities, or yeah, just features, or unlock new features.
But it will be different, and it's not a clone of Reactor Idle or something like that. If we would clone a certain game to its entirety or something like that, we would... yeah. That's how should I phrase it? The least we would do is mention the person who created the original game, basically. So in the credits there will be a list of all the games that have inspired the minigames for the buildings.
I think earlier on we talked about there will be Assassin's Creed, right? You'll be able to play Assassin's Creed in one of the minigames.
One of the minigames in Laboratory will be the new Assassin's Creed in voxel graphic.
I think the lottery also has like Space Invaders.
Not yet, regarding the game mechanics.
Not really. The only information you will be able to find is on Discord in the frequently asked questions. But otherwise, I mean, it changes all the time, so it doesn't really make sense to make a list of like features and what's in it right now and be more detailed. I mean, the factory is kind of a Minecraft minigame already.
Well, just the crafting system.
Well, if you think about Crackdeck or something like that.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the factory. I guess I have enough resources. So the factory is now on tier 2. So I can build my first machine. Which requires 4 plates. So we can create plates from this 20 and 30. So basically 50 resources. That's what we're going to need. So 50 resources. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And all this screwing around. So once the first time first time you build a machine, it's going to disappear immediately. The second time it's going to be an item, and once it's available, it appears in the machine screen. All machines also have 10 tiers, with each tier increasing the production speed of each machine. For example, now if I want to create plates, I don't have to purchase ingots and use the hammer, or purchase the plates directly. I can purchase ores. Let's take 4 more. Get the screws. Ores, 2 screws, and now I can put these items into the oven. Now it produces ingots.
How long will we be streaming? I guess. What's the latest you have to go home? Is it like chill? I think we.
Midnight.
Well, I think we'll stop at 11 or when we reach with 100 in desert. Whatever comes first. It's most likely to be 11 PM.
Build the mine, so I can show mine 2 again.
It is almost 10, so there will be like an hour to go.
So what's our time zone? Central European summer time?
Yeah, Central European time.
Yeah, plus 2.
That will be UTC plus 2, not Central European time plus 2.
Yeah, UTC plus 2.
I'm at wave 219. What wave are you on?
I'm wave invisible.
The 3 AM is still early in the evening, right? I think that counts. Maybe Welcome should have a time zone for the future. Maybe. I think I even added a bot that does something like that. That if I would post like a time zone, it would convert it and show it in different time zones.
Wave 4.
Wave 4. I mean, I guess that's progress, right?
Oh, we're getting somewhere. It's actually bad luck if there are a lot of tank cubes.
Then your damage is too low.
Oh, wave 5. See if you can make the first pass. Desert.
Can you though?
First pass.
Nope.
2,700.
It's still there.
Okay. There's nothing we can use at the moment. Glass cannon build.
Right now it's not possible, but it should be possible like late game. Right now you need that.
Well, actually it's up to you to decide what's going to be possible. We're just giving you the modules. If you manage to make a viable glass cannon build, then it should be possible.
I guess that's true, but the way the game is at the moment, I think it's still impossible to do it right now.
Yeah, because the focus was making defensive skills a bit more useful than in Perfect Tower 1.
So do you think you can go to wave 300? Maybe we should set that at the current goal. Race to wave 300 on the forest.
Well, then I would have easily won by now, because it's a lot easier.
Curious to see what you all will come up with in Perfect Tower 2. Also the guides, some of them were very detailed for the first game, so high expectations for Perfect Tower 2. Okay, once I hit with 300, I'm gonna go upgrade a few more things.
actually, that's part of the lore. Now you know why the next region is desert. The region after forest. It's actually still the same region. Well, there might be.
I think what Jeremy just said, like, can you all name our towers? Name Matt's tower and my tower. Come up with a good name for it.
Be the boy.
Let's see. If we go to desert, how far do we go? How far can we go?
Don't you just turn
Can
down the attack sounds and turn up the music?
I'm always looking for the options menu in the top right, but it's not there.
Other way around.
Wait, oh, sorry.
Not that.
Didn't we have Life Leech last time? Is that not in the game anymore?
Do you
Actually,
mean Life Steal or Life Leech? Both skills exist.
both.
Life Leech is an active skill, Life Steal is passive.
Life Steal then.
Well, it's in the game, but it's not unlockable. Actually, it's from a music pack from the asset store. We've written it down somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's in the credits actually.
But the problem about the hypercube is how are you going to animate it in a 3D space? Well, it is actually possible somehow, but I guess it would be more confusing than understandable. Well, good night.
Good night.
Cool.
Didn't you want to stay till the end? What happened? I know it's not meant to be sleep music. But you knew that we were going to stream, so that's not an excuse. It's not an excuse.
Do you know about rigid body collision? Do you mean how, without it being pre-made? Are you talking about physics in general for gaming, or? Okay, well, basically there are a few methods how you can implement physics. I've usually done voxel engines in the past, so there is quite easily to create a collision detection system, because you don't have to write some complex octree system. You can use actually a grid detection system. If you look up our game Tactics in the past, that has a custom written physics engine, and it uses a combination of octree system and a voxel engine collision system. So, well, I actually don't know how Unity physics are implemented, but I guess they're using, yeah, some kind of octree system or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I also have problems with calculating the physics. For example, when two things collide and one of the things tips over or starts rotating or something, then it becomes a lot more complicated. And another difficult part is making a interpolated collision system, not a discrete collision system, because actually objects don't move smoothly during a game, they jump basically during each tick. And if an object becomes too fast, it usually jumps through other objects, so you have to distort the object and calculate if any other of the distortions collides with the moving object to avoid that an object passes through another object. So that's, yeah, in our other game, in Tactics, it was quite easy because most of the projectiles were implemented as spheres, and I simply used the ray casting system to check if it passes through another object.
Are you still here? You said good night like 2 times now? Still here. But I like the music. At the beginning it's very relaxing, but once you get to the higher regions it kinda becomes a bit stressful. And it creates a lot more tension.
Yes, especially the final region.
Actually, I've been saying you shouldn't go. You're the one that keeps bringing up you're going to sleep.
What's the joke? Huh? Is it something you can eat?
Is it in the game? Is it a module?
Reverse send. The Earth stand content with the ice causing alarms. Oh!
I heard something about an anti-pause.
I know what you mean.
I'm sorry, that was a bit loud.
It's a pause.
Too close to the microphone. I think maybe I'll go to wave 100 actually. Right now.
I told you, it doesn't take long.
On the first real try.
Crazy load. I know what you mean. Well, actually, yes. The way the module system is implemented, you can basically create any modules you can at the moment imagine that do not involve any new game mechanics. For example, if you want a module to affect a certain type of unit, a boss, a tank enemy, an assassin, a ranger or archer or a magician, then you can create an effect for that or a specific element. So you can filter for basically anything. Yes, depending on difficulty there will be changes to regions, but some of them will be visually, but others will just change how the game works. For example, just to make an example, it's not planned yet how this is going to work, but for example on higher difficulties in desert, water will be not affected. So basically all water modules will deal only 1% of their original damage or something.
Wave 100, by the way.
Huh? What did I tell you? And you can even beat forest now, winter now.
We did it. GG. Guess it's time to go to sleep.
That's not fair. I wasn't even trying.
Yeah, why were you not trying?
Because you made it too easy.
You've been hanging around in forest when I said you should go to desert. You should go to desert.
Yeah, but I built a laboratory, I built a factory. I built a mine.
Well, I can build it now. No problem. You built the mine? When did you do that? Thank you, Crazy Load. Dip, 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 dip.
Kill the snowman.
The snowman is not killable right now. For
No,
now.
not yet. Some depressing music. Funny. That's a nice typo. Which word is being replaced with funny? Funny, some depressing music. Finally, funny, depressing music. Finally, some funny music. Finally, some depressing funny.
I guess all are viable in a way. Maybe we should add some cat music to the game.
Cat music?
Yeah,
What sort of cat music?
like real cat music, like for cats.
Oh. Human music.
Ooh. Wait. You can unlock Fireburst in Laboratory, right? But it's also in here, right
Fireburst?
now. Yes.
Heh.
It's the first thing you can unlock in Laboratory.
Oh, I'm not using. Yeah, well, the modules are not set in laboratory yet.
Just
Guess
saying.
I'll have to tier up your attack. Just second tier.
No, I think T1 is fine. When are you going to beat Desert?
Once I reach wave 1000.
It's not possible.
It's possible.
Why isn't the snow filled with dust from dead cubes? Well, because the snow overlap, of course. Like at some point it will get buried under the snow. I like that idea.
Thanos cube.
Thanos cube.
And then and all the other cubes half of the other cubes disappear. This could be an active module. Destroys half of the enemies on the map. Infinity snap.
It's already added to the game.
Wiping out half of your max hit points. But actually that could be a regular ultimate skill. Destroys half of the enemies on the map.
Except bosses, of course.
It takes infinity.
I mean, in theory,
Stream highlights.
in theory, every second region could unlock an infinity cube.
Well, for the infinity soul cube, you have to sacrifice your whole game. Or what? You have to sacrifice something you love. So basically it resets your entire game, but you start with the soul stone. Soul cube. Time cube.
That would actually be... I think that would be a lot of fun to do that.
Well, let's start working on Perfect Tower 3.
The Thanos experiment.
No. To Perfect Tower 3 endgame. No, in Perfect Tower 3 Infinity War. Perfect Tower 4 endgame.
So what is this? Is this Civil War?
haven't seen Endgame yet.
Yeah, but wasn't Civil War the second one? No, it was Avengers.
Maybe
Please.
that's quite close to a spoiler.
Please add the mighty Thanos cube.
Well, if you manage to get the copyright from Marvel, copyright license from Marvel,
We'll just call it
destroys half of your resources when it spawns.
We'll just call it the Sonaf cube or something.
Not
Just for an Age of Cubatron.
actually.
There could be a minigame for the lottery. Age of Cubatron.
On the same letters.
Yeah. I mean, it could be that. Oh, I didn't want to restart. I actually wanted to unlock more buildings.
Ricardo.
You have to beat Desert now. You're just delaying. You have to beat Desert.
Nope. I have to reach wave 1000 first. Because the production increases exponentially.
Mendo, did you sign up for the closed alpha? I mean, the time cube could also give you like just half speed.
Reverse speed.
You need it in order to create the, you know, the mighty Thanos cube power cube. But if you have it, it slows down your speed by 2 times 2.
Well, the space stone allows you to jump between regions with your current set of skills. There will be all sorts of possibilities. Actually, yes, that's something we've talked about. We don't know how we're going to make it at the moment, but there will be some kind of, let's say, visual bonus or something like that.
A loyalty reward.
Yeah, some kind of loyalty reward.
We should call it a loyalty reward.
But something that will be unlockable for other players as well. But a lot later in the game. So that's the same idea.
Sorry?
Soulstone requires you to sacrifice your entire save. just like I said.
I mean, that's called prestige, right? Just sacrifice your game. It's all good. It's all fun until somebody loses their save game. The heretic group. I also thought about that before. Maybe you need it in order to put all the stones together. is one of my first ones in Twitch.
Don't snipe me.
Wait, Bluens, did we put you in the corner for not following us? Who let you out?
Well, he said he was sleeping.
That's true. Oops. So if we just leave the stream running and AFK for like 8 hours, will we still be here? Amanda, thank you for the follow.
Okay, man.
Did Moron ever attend the stream? I think he was here earlier, wasn't he?
I think so, but I'm not sure.
I think he was here at the beginning. Is there no way to see who's in chat? I don't think he's here right now, but I think I saw him earlier.
Honey. Oh my god. Be right back. Get some more water.
After these messages, we'll be right back. Quick cheat. I already won. There's no need to cheat. We should actually make a boss that is unbeatable, but all your stats will be multiplied by the number of patrons that we have. That way, if there's enough patrons, eventually you'll be able to beat the boss.
Isn't there something like that in Cookie Clicker? Cookie Clicker has a feature like that boosts the...
Was it Cookie Clicker or was it antimatter?
I shouldn't minimize the game.
No,
looks weird on the stream.
It breaks it. By the way,
No, I did not press Alt.
I mean, we're trying to have some cheat prevention, but for now, it's not our priority. First, we want to finish the game, and then we'll go into that, especially like phones.
But the game actually connects to a time server and requests the time there. If the time server is not available, yeah, usually it falls back to the system time. But for example, if we really are going to make the high scores more serious, then it basically will just wait until the next time you connect to the internet to calculate the offline time. Yeah, just like you in chat, yeah. There's also the idea to add offline time basically as a resource. But yeah, I'm not quite sure about that.
We'll have our own anti-cheat software. No need for Steam's protection.
Has any one of you ever played Land Tower Wars or Team Land Tower Wars in Warcraft 3?
Why would you need protection from vaccines? I mean, it's crazy. Oh, you can cheat engine as much as you want. There's a lot of ways you can protect against cheat engine. Most developers just don't do it, but there's a lot you can do.
Yep. There are also specific data types. I don't know if they're already implemented in .NET or available, but that allows you to cloak the values by multiplying them with a random generated random value, so you can't directly look them up in the RAM of the active game. So if you're basically searching for example, the wave counter or your resources or something like that, they won't show up as the exact value, but rather multiplied by some kind of random value. Yeah, but actually cheating prevention is not that. Yeah.
I mean, for bug testing, we can cheat as the developers because we have ways to set it. We play the game in Unity directly, so we can set the values and start the game. But for you, if you play the game and you test the game, it's more valuable for us if you just play the game and you find bugs. Because if you like skip a section, maybe we introduced a new bug that's only at the beginning and we would miss it otherwise. So I think it's not really valuable to just cheat your way to a certain point and then start testing from there.
Yeah, usually cheating is only viable if you test features, but not things like balance or how the game feels in general, basically. For example, if you cheat 1 billion resources, you don't know how long it would usually take to get there.
I was wondering when this question would come up. You can't skip waves now?
There's no need to skip them because it immediately starts a new wave. The reason why there's a space is because you're playing on easy. Try playing hard.
The game won't. We'll see. We'll see how the first closed alpha goes, and then if there's like a need for any debug tools. Decibel10, thank you for following.
Thanks.
We're still only at wave 400. This is going to take all day and night.
For the next streamer, I guess it's best to implement the headquarters and the new wave skipping features, because that wasn't the focus at the moment. We're focusing on all the, let's say, the major town buildings with the most complex features.
Did you say for the next stream? Because headquarters won't be in like the closed alpha at the beginning.
Well, it depends on the rest of the building. I would actually swap the headquarters with the museum. Because it would be a better idea.
Get the wave lead. I guess Matt can do that. He's already at 400. I mean, it's only gonna take him 3 more hours to get there.
I'm just waiting for wave 500. I'm waiting for 500,000 resources.
Actually, our building should be done by now. Let's just leave and go to town.
Just waiting just a bit longer for... and... no.
Wait, okay. No. Should we actually increase the building time for the closed alpha, or do we want to set it that low? The amount of time it takes to actually build a building, like until it's completed.
Sorry, I didn't listen to the beginning of the question. What did you ask?
Should we actually leave the time for the building time of the buildings this low for the closed alpha, or should we increase it? Because right now every building just takes about 3 minutes to be completed.
The construction will take 70 minutes at the moment.
On what level?
Final. It's supposed to be like this. Try building one of the later buildings. It takes exponentially longer.
Yeah, but the buildings...
Regarding grinding, the idle mode works a bit different in Perfect Tower 2 now. We've shown that before, but you can show it. Speedy.
Idling?
I've showed it the last time.
Oops. I think I overrode my idle save.
You can't override it.
Okay.
It's always takes the best one.
So all I need to do is press a button, and now I can just go AFK. Goodbye. It's idling. Time to get more water.
Water. Nope, it's not over. It's just getting more water. Speedy's just getting more water and pizza. Yeah, he was being sarcastic because he switched to idle mode and yeah. Actually, sushi is a lot better if it's fresh. But you're right, it's really hot here. that has to be deleted. I was actually looking at the general chat in a moment, but I'm not sure if I have delete rights at the moment. No, there's someone posted something that has to be deleted as soon as possible. Just look in the general chat and watch it for 4 seconds.
Sorry?
In Discord.
In Discord?
Yeah. General chat.
Why didn't you delete it then?
I'm not sure if I'm able to. But actually... Oh yeah, I can delete it. Yeah, just play it for 4 seconds. It's already deleted.
What were we actually doing? And I left my water there now. But yeah, we upgraded this.
Yes, you just sign up at the survey. But make sure to read everything that's written on the survey.
Should I post the link again?
Reason for everything.
I posted a link again to the survey.
Yeah, basically. No. True speedrunner doesn't read the survey. Nope, there's a reason why everything is written the way it is. So, yeah.
Hey, you're finally on desert. Finally.
We have 90 already.
Finally desert. Boss hits me one time. Down.
Well, I think after we close the survey, we're going to give a quite detailed explanation about everything. Nothing's without a reason. And desert completed.
Okay, but I think we should stop the live stream soon. I mean, we completed our goal. We reached wave 100, both of us. Is there anything else you want to ask or something that we should show you before we stop the live stream? Oh, you missed, I don't know. When did you arrive? An hour ago?
Can create a few more modules. I wish I had the factory on tier 3.
I think we have been streaming for around like 3 hours now.
3 hours and 18 minutes.
Oh yeah, 3 hours. Well, the 18 minutes was a bit of, well, time where we weren't actually here.
Introduction and yeah.
So if you have any further questions, so there's a building that we should show you. Post now.
The airspeed will also different on Lenswelle. An African or an Europeans? African or Europeans one? I guess you watched Monty Python's what's it called in English? Ritterkokos is in German, but in English?
God, I have no idea.
It's this scene. Okay, no, this scene. It's one of the Oracle.
Oh, okay.
So could you add me on Discord? Programming stuff. Yes, what's your name on Discord? You can just write me directly. Most people actually contact me directly.
I'm actually not sure if Moron even signed up for closed alpha access.
I think he has. He wrote it somewhere. Chromium.
It would be much easier to start from zero. I mean, that's true. You're all starting at the same time as well. Because Moron was one of the first people that actually played the Perfect Tower. So when most of you joined, he already had a lot of experience and a head start.
Another factory produces factory resources. Very slowly.
Okay.
The speed of smell.
Okay. We'll stop the stream in 7 minutes and 50 seconds. If there's any more questions or stuff you want to see, as now or afterwards, you can always write to us on Discord or write in general chat. We're always keeping an eye on it. I mean, it's a closed alpha to find bugs. It It shouldn't be about beating Moron or getting a head start. Is that a quote again?
Well, actually, we can do the
What?
the explanation of the survey on the live stream. Actually,
I guess we could do that.
and the reason why we choose, or why some people did not make it into the closed alpha.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Nature resistance. Whoa. Nope, the plan is not to add things that reset the entire game. Basically not without adding some new features or new ways to play the game. We'll try to make it as, let's say, at least repetitive as possible. Even the core game itself should be not that much grinding. But we just need to add a lot more features before we get there. No more tears. Well, actually I have not enough resources to show how the module tiering works. Basically, okay. Then you should come over and show it before the stream ends in about 4 minutes and 20 seconds. More of a spin gas. Or maybe lamp oil rope bombs.
Do I have enough? Or did I spend them all? No, but we can quickly gather some resources.
Yeah, you need 5,000.
Yeah, it's easy. Well, we might not make it in 4 minutes though.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you. 750 requires 30,000. That's not going to. Yes, the new statistics building will be the museum. Actually, I can build it because all the buildings which are not implemented are actually free at the moment. Shipyard, museum, laundry and headquarters and power plant.
How many white cubes do we need?
300,000.
Should we just cheat them at this point? If you want to show it.
You could cheat them. Or we just show it next time.
I guess so. Did you say 400,000 or 40,000?
300.
Oh, 300. Okay.
It's going to take a bit longer.
I mean, I did 20,000 in 1 minute, so like.
Richard and Mortimer.
But basically, once we have 5,000 workshop cubes, we can upgrade this, for example, basic attack to tier 2. And then you start over collecting levels again. But everything is stronger, of course. I mean, that's it in a nutshell, right?
Regarding the statistics building, yes, the museum is the statistics building, and there will be a way to access the statistics before you have constructed this building, but to make the achievements and the statistics add some bonuses to your tower, you have to build it and yeah, just like in Perfect Tower 1, invest something into it. You can't access the inspector from this view.
Can also not get out of it.
Nope. Well, there is a way where you can access certain things. You can click on that.
That's not what I want to do.
And click on the inspector. See? Now you have to select the scene somehow.
No, I think we'll leave it at that. Yes, it's time to end the stream.
20 seconds.
Okay. Time to go back to the main screen. I'll wait for you to finish the building and then you can show that at the end.
Still not the final level.
Yes, the stream will be a video on demand again.
You were speedy. He's speedy. I'm not speedy.
I mean, it says on stream, right?
That's my username and my screen. Yeah, there's still one more level.
Okay. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in and racing with us to wave 100. I don't think it was really a race in the end.
Yeah.
But good game anyways.
Yeah.
Nobody's well played. GG.
Nobody's lost. GG.
And
GG easy.
And definitely we'll play again. If you have any questions or if there's anything you want to see, just write to us on Discord, on Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, and follow us everywhere. Make sure to follow us everywhere so you don't miss anything. And I guess we'll stream. I don't know when the next stream will be, but
hopefully very soon.
Will definitely be before the closed alpha starts.
Yep.
I think there's one building that we want to show off that we haven't talked about yet before the closed alpha.
Yes.
So
the most important building.
I actually think there will be 2 streams before the closed alpha. And then the one about the survey. So yeah. That's already 3 streams. So we'll keep you posted. For now, have a good night, a good day wherever you are, and well, see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.